55 Charles Street East is steps away from Yorkville, Bloor Station, and University of Toronto, Ontario.
Today we're going to talk to the CEO and the president of Mod Development about 55 Charles. Come on in, guys, let's talk to them. Hi everybody, I'm here with the CEO of Mod Development, Gary Switzer, and the president of Mod Developments, Narez Lalani.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about Mod Developments?
Well, Mod Development, we founded about 10 years ago. My own background was I was head of the high-rise department for a major developer in Toronto for over 20 years. Decided to start the company about 20 years ago. My background is as an architect and as a former city planner. And 10 years ago, decided we wanted to start a company that was focused on design, on quality buildings. The first major project we did was 5 St. Joseph. And we were very happy to find out that it won Project of the Year and High Rise Design of the Year and Best Suites of the Year. And it was a very successful project. We followed that with Massey Tower.
Beautiful tower.
Close to 60 stories at Yonge and Queen. And currently we have under construction Waterworks, which is about 300 units near Spadina and Richmond. So we've always focused on sites that are transit oriented, that are areas where people want to live, and we've always tried to push the envelope from a design point of view, and with a big focus on customer service.
Beautiful. So that brings us to Yorkville then. You guys chose Yorkville for the next project, which is an amazing area. So tell us a little bit about the area.
Well, on the theme of finding great sites, and that real estate's really about location. As you can see from our previous projects, we're very much about high intensity, high traffic areas. We feel that it offers a wide breadth of investor opportunities, from the end users to investors to renters to tenants. The story sells well because you have, in the case of 55 Charles, access to significant transportation nodes in the Bloor subway lines, the Yonge subway lines. You've got world-class amenities. We were very impressed with its proximity to the Yorkville area, but being slightly away from the core of Yorkville. Charles is a beautiful street. It's a residential street. It's a proven street, proven track record in terms of the number of buildings that already exist, but it does have a nice peaceful residential feel as well. So all those items made it a no-brainer for us when we had the opportunity to try pursuing the site.
Can you tell us a little bit of the amenities in the building?
Sure. Gary, why don't you start off?
Well, we've got 2 major areas within the building. The building is a 48-story building, point tower on top of a podium. And on the floor that has the top of the podium, which is the 8th floor, we've got over 10,000 square feet of indoor and outdoor amenity.
Wow.
And we've always taken the attitude when it comes to amenities. This is not like the old-fashioned, well, there's a party room and there's a gym and you have to book it. We look at these more as if you're living in a 5 or 6 star hotel. So you've got lounges, you've got dining rooms, you've got kitchens, and you've got and I think what's really important is to have a first-rate gym.
Yeah,
and we've hired a gym designer that's gone and pushed the envelope in terms of what is really current right now from an athletics point of view for all ages and for all capabilities. A functional training room, an area for boxing, a movement room that will include yoga, for cycling, as well as your cardio machines and this sort of thing. And we love the idea that there's a whole indoor-outdoor component, because outdoors we've got the barbecues, we've got the fire pits, the loungers. But then what we also decided to do was really push the envelope by doing something that I don't think anybody else has done, which was, let's go to the top of the building. Let's go to the 49th floor, and we cut back what was normally would have just been mechanical space.
Right.
And we've created a double height space lounge up there, indoor and outdoor, with a view of the entire city, all the way down to the lake.
Panoramic views.
Panoramic.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that during the daytime, if people just want to go up there and be on their laptop and just hang out, or it could be the nighttime, it would be an amazing spot for a party or a private dinner.
Wow.
Wow, that's beautiful. We look forward. When is expected launch?
So right now, I'm looking at our head of marketing past the camera here, and she's giving me a look. So I think within the next 3 to 4 weeks, we plan on being out in the market. People like the both of you are going to have first access. We're very thankful for the relationship we have with you, and your past performance in some of our other projects is indicative of why you'll be invited with the platinums, and you look at opening day pricing. So I think within the next 3 to 4 weeks we'll have that exposure to the market, and hopefully you'll be bring your clients to check out what we got here. The sales center should be open in the next couple of weeks, so you can start previewing it that way and bring your clients in, and again plan with our great inside sales team at Market Vision, who will proudly show off the sales center that we find ourselves in now. We're almost there. We've got a few knickknacks left to clean up, but I think
It's gorgeous in here. Yeah.
thank you.
Very
Thank
beautiful.
you.
One of the best sales offices I've seen, actually.
We really appreciate that, and both Gary and I felt that at this time in the marketplace, given canceled projects and
Yes.
some underwhelming projects,
You're right,
we
yeah.
had to go back to building sales centers. Gone are the days that guys are,
You're right.
that developers are out there and just able to sell off renderings and plans. We wanted people to touch and feel it. So we're very proud of the model suite that we have in the sales center, and I hope that potential clients of yours will appreciate, as we were discussing earlier, every square inch in that model suite we feel is very usable space.
Yeah.
And it feels a lot larger than it is, and that's the reality of living in urban Toronto these days. People really value, I believe, our approach, which is the inside out, outside in. A beautiful building on the outside, but we also design from the inside out, and making sure that the suites that we develop are truly livable and really deliver a bang for buck.
We look forward to selling 55 Charles, and we look forward to getting preview with our clients, early access. You have any questions, Julie?
Yeah, just to bring up one of the points that you just touched on, actually, saying with canceled projects and all that type of stuff, that's actually one of the reasons why we stick to very well-known and very good builders, because we want to make sure our investors and our clients are investing in a building we know it's going to be 100% completed and it has a great builder behind it with good recognition to do so, right? So that's why we've chosen to work with Mod Developments, because of the track record that you guys have.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I think it's very important. I think that today, that especially focusing on the customer, on the purchaser, on the future resident. And we had a couple of months ago, we had a meeting with the people that are about to move into Massey Tower, just with the property management company, and a guy came up to me afterwards, and he said, I want to thank you. The building looks so beautiful, and it looks just like the renderings. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, well, but
he has a point though, because sometimes it does happen. Where I remember one building where they said there was going to be an outdoor track, and then all of a sudden, halfway through the project, they sent a notice to all the residents that there's no more outdoor tracks, so those renderings are no longer good. And
I think
not
our
right.
philosophy is just not that is just a core principle of ours that we're not going to ever bend on. I think I'd welcome you to ask any of your potential clients that haven't yet had the pleasure of seeing some of our buildings. It's on your way as you proceed down Yonge Street towards our new site.
Absolutely.
Stop and point out Massey Tower. Stop and point out 5 St. Joseph. Show them the level of detail that we have there. And look at the sophistication, not only the podiums of both those buildings, but also the towers themselves. We did not cut any corners. What we said we were going to deliver, we absolutely delivered on, and that's not going to change. And so we're looking forward to revealing for you guys all the finalized marketing material. We're a couple of weeks away, maybe about a week and a half away. But I can tell you right now that both Gary and I feel that everything we've rendered, everything that our team has put together, we'll be delivering that. And we're looking forward to getting the positive responses we think we're going to get.
Well, just to touch on another base that you were talking about before, the suite that we had a quick little peek of, we're not allowed to take any pictures or anything.
Thank God our clock is here.
Because I was trying really hard, but she would not let me for sure. So, like you were saying, it's every square inch is used perfectly, and the finishes that you guys are providing, are second to none.
Well,
in
look,
my
we have our team to thank for that.
Yeah.
Between our interior designers, our sales team, our architect, and even all the team in the office. Everyone wants to make sure that when we're delivering a product, every detail has been thought of. It's very, very important in this day and age where suites are getting smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And more people are spending not just time in their suite, but actually engaging with the building. Both Gary and I, you feel like you always want to be learning. And so if you further discuss the amenities in 55 Charles, we've stepped it up even more. There's multiple spots in the building that can offer people different avenues to utilize their time, whether it's someone that's studying or just needs a quiet place to reflect, various small gathering rooms for people. But then even things like building amenities, thinking about cold and hot storage. A lot of people now are getting their groceries delivered, their parcels delivered.
Yes.
How do you account for that in a changing environment so that the investment decision in the long term still makes sense? people aren't saying to you 5 years later, well, hey, had the developer thought about this dramatic increase in deliveries, we wouldn't have a lobby that's overflowing or not performing properly.
Absolutely.
You know, we've tried to move to a more automated building system, generally speaking, so that people aren't just relying on a concierge, but they're interacting with an app platform to know that they have deliveries waiting. There are notices that are coming through. People live a very fast digital lifestyle, but
Absolutely.
they want to manage their own time when they're on their own time. They don't want someone dictating that to them. People work in long hours. A lot of people have a kind of a work-life balance that allows them to perhaps working from home and so forth. And the last thing they want is more clutter in their life. So these are aspects that we've brought to the building that we feel that will really shine through on this project.
Well, we really look forward to the reveal, and we look forward to working with you guys. And
Thank you for your time. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
yeah.
We look forward to the launch.
Cheers.